Thanks, babe. This thing's actually really cool. I'm Mike, the uneducated man, and these are my adventures.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Today's adventure is the first inspection of my new beehive. I put them in last week, and it's time to see just how much they've built, what they've done in there. So let's check it out. So after letting them chill and get used to where their new home is for about a week, I went ahead and cracked open the hive for the first time to give it my first inspection. They hadn't really sealed anything down yet, but you can see they're sort of working a little bit under the inner cover. Sorry about the camera angle. Not the greatest, but I'm still trying to get the hang of how to get the best look out of this. Sort of left my smoker sitting on the wrong side of the hive, so everything was blowing right into it. You can see they built up a fair amount of little burr comb on there, on the top of the frames. I was just trying to see how many I could see before pulling them up that had been worked on or had bees on them. So pulled the first frame out. There's a fair amount of bees wandering around on it. They've done a teeny tiny bit of buildup on it, but they haven't really drawn anything out on that frame yet. Gave them just a tiny bit of smoke. I'm way more comfortable this week than I was last week when I first put them in here. Still not 100%, but I definitely feel better about what I'm doing. Same story on this frame. They're just now starting to wander around and draw it out just the tiniest bit, but they really haven't started yet, so that's 2 empty frames out of 5. So here we go. This is cool. Frame number 3 is actually getting built up pretty good. I was really trying to find my queen, although if I remember right, this frame was mostly honey on what was actually in the parts that were built up. Or nectar, I guess, not honey. Other side really didn't have anything working on it yet. Just a tiny bit. Still not confident enough to go without gloves, but I'm getting there because it is really hard to handle these things without messing stuff up when you're wearing gloves. It's just a pain. Alright, so this is the first of the old frames I'm pulling up here. The frames that actually came with my nuke. You can see they built a ton. It's super thick though. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to stick out so far past the frame like that, but at least up there, it is just full of nectar. And it is stupid heavy. You can see all the nectar dripping out. I didn't even realize that I was smashing that comb with my thumb. So I kind of messed up quite a bit. Next time around, I think I might actually try my little frame grip tool. I don't think I'm going to like it, but I mean, I have one, so why not? Spent a while checking for my queen on this one. Didn't really find her, but we got some capped honey on this guy. That other side's got quite a bit of nectar in it, and there's actually some uncapped larvae in the middle of that frame. I don't know why I didn't put it closer to the camera so you could see it, but it's at this point I realized that my back really hurts. Give them just a tiny bit more smoke. Mostly to get them out of my way so I could even get my fingers on the frame. kind of glad the camera angle's low because I seriously almost dropped this frame. But you didn't see it, so you can't prove anything. Building weird comb on the bottom of the frame there, but I looked, it was mostly empty, but a little nectar in some of it. Once again, busted a whole little section of honey out with my finger without even realizing it. So that's capped honey up top. That's the point where I realized just that there was honey all over my gloves and that I may in fact be messing up. There's not a lot of bees on the top, but I keep giving them that little bit of smoke because they're climbing up the sides, so I can't get my fingers in there without squishing bees. Give them a little smoke and they tend to run down the frame, so that helped. So this was a pretty cool frame. We got a little honey up top, quite a bit of capped brood right in the middle. And I didn't put it up there good enough to see it, but a lot of larvae around that capped brood. I really wasn't sure. I thought I saw my queen on there. I wasn't sure if I had a marked one or not. I won't lie, that's on me. I kind of forgot to ask the bee commander if I had a marked queen or not. My back was killing me, so I was really trying to get this done without dropping anything.
Very poor choice of words.
It's another really good frame. Or as far as I'm aware, it's a really good frame. Looked really good to me. So here is a ton of capped brood in the middle, capped honey on the edges there. And most of those have larvae in them, the uncapped ones. So even though I wasn't positive I had actually found the queen, I was really happy that I had been able to confirm that there's like new larvae, new eggs, which are really hard to see, by the way. And I actually did see just a couple of new bees. Just a few of them light-colored bees. Anyway, my back was on fire. It was something like 90 degrees outside.
I got hot.
I was just tired, feeling it, so I decided I wouldn't even pull these last ones since I've seen evidence of my queen. I'd just kind of take a peek at them and find out, you know, more or less if they've been touched, which the frame I'm messing with right now is actually built out on one side and just starting to be drawn out on the other. So I've got about 3.5, frames not drawn on this first inspection. My bees, as you can see, are just super mellow. They just really don't care what I'm doing in there.
There he is. He's in the pool.
I mean, except for when I dropped them, but hey, you'd get mad if somebody dropped you too. So I've managed to identify that I did in fact have like new brood, capped larva eggs. So I thought I saw my queen. I was probably wrong. Maybe I saw a drone dipping out or something. But I still saw the evidence I needed to see to know she's in here somewhere. Didn't see any swarm cells. I saw one little, what looked like a queen cell, but it was empty and it kind of looked like it had been chewed on. I did look for hive beetles and mites. I don't know if I'd even be able to see the mites with my eyes, but I did see 2 hive beetles. I smashed both of them with my glove. I don't know. I think they're hive beetles anyway, but that's all I saw on this particular check, so I'm just going to have to keep my eyes open for that. I know they're a real big problem in the south, so yay. So as far as my bees, I think maybe they're starting to get a little used to me. I'm definitely starting to get more used to them. A little bit more comfortable. I'd like to try this without gloves, but at the same time, I'm just really not quite that confident just yet. I think I need a little more time. So that's pretty much it for my first inspection. Didn't get lit up. Didn't drop anything like really bad. Didn't overheat and pass out in my bee suit. and didn't have anybody come and challenge me to a fencing competition, so all worked out. Well, I'm happy to say I was way more comfortable this time dealing with the bees. They're just super, super chill. I didn't hardly use the smoke on them. They just really don't care what I do. It's really hard, honestly, not to just go and open up the hive whenever just to look at them. It's a lot of fun. But, once again, I mean, it is work. There's stuff you gotta learn, all that, but like I said last time, if an uneducated man can do it, so can you. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification. That way you know every time I drop another video. Or if I get stung, because that'll definitely be a video.